Hello and welcome to another version and a very special version of Record Label Boss and Meg's Beauty, because today we have a few firsts and one last. We're saying goodbye to RPAN. We're saying goodbye to Reddit streaming. We got Sybil on the channel, so Sybil,
hi Sybil.
how you doing? Some of you might not know it, but we have a special connection with RPAN and with Reddit, because Reddit is shutting down their streaming program, which I think is one of the great mistakes that the platform is making. We decided to do, let's turn some music on. We decided to do a stream. I'm gonna take this off. We decided to do a stream about Reddit, about the end of RPAN, and about the future of streaming for us as Record Label Boss, as Meg's Beauty, and for everybody at Count Zero Records. I just...
It still says that we need to squish together because our fan is here.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna get to, yeah, we're gonna get together more.
Like a love.
Hello.
This is a love.
A love and hearts.
Heart.
Everybody seeing hearts.
Yes. Is this
Right.
enough squished?
Okay.
This is how we sleep together, you know, I'm gonna squish and he's like,
I'll go away. Hey Maniac, how you doing? So 3 years ago, and I think I want to start with that story. 3 years ago,
you woke up in the middle of the night.
Yes, I woke up in the middle of the night, as I do many times, and I was reviewing demos. I think I was reviewing demos, and I was reading Reddit while I was reviewing demos. I don't know, a lot of times I do multiple things at once, and I saw that people were streaming on Reddit, you know. And so I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing, and I watched it, and there was a bunch of people online, lots of people online actually, and so I figured, why don't I set up the phone behind me? I was filming myself from behind, so you can see the back of my head. Why don't I set up the phone behind me and let people participate in me reviewing the demos that I'm doing, or at that time that I did every day, because we get sent about 30,000 demos every year, and I review 6,000 of them, and this text has been somewhat of the intro of Record Label Boss. So you can imagine that I review anywhere I reviewed up to like 100 demos every day. And it was like, really, it drives you batty. And so I figured, you know, I'm gonna let in some people, I'm gonna, you know, turn on the streaming. And then I had like 10,000 viewers saying, what is he doing? What's this guy doing? Why is he sitting in front of the computer? What's going on here, you know? And I was like, wow, that is so insane. And that was, I think, 3 years ago when Reddit, when RPAN, Reddit Public Access Network started, and in the beginning it was only available on Wednesdays, I think. So on Wednesdays you could stream, and every half hour or so it
45 minutes
or 45 minutes, yeah, it interrupted you, and the stream ended, and you had to restart the stream. It was really weird and interesting. So I just kept restarting the stream. What doing?
Everything.
What doing? And so I just kept restarting the stream, and over hours people watched me review demos, and from that the show Record Label Boss was born in many iterations. In the beginning I was very bad in talking, it was very boring, the show wasn't really a show, there was no technology around it other than my
phone.
It was a Samsung Galaxy S7 that I was using in the beginning to do RPAN, you know. And thousands of people watch it, and I was like, wow, my most boring office work that I'm doing every day is attracting thousands of people. These people really have to have like no life. And then I did, I think, 3 seasons in total of Record Label Boss on RPAN, with every season having over I was doing like 2 streams a week, 100 to 100.
Sometimes 3 times.
Sometimes 3 times.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, Friday.
And I didn't stream in the summer, so I had like 100 to 150 episodes per year, and I did that for 3 years. So I have no idea, but I'm totaling, I don't know, 400 or 500 episodes. Hey, James is there. How you doing? AMG one day. And so I did like, I don't know, 300, 400 episodes of Record Label Boss on Reddit, and I became a streamer. I wasn't a streamer, I wasn't the person who was in the public light. I was always the person that was working behind the scenes. I'm the president of the label, I'm not necessarily a public person. Through the pandemic, that was actually really, really good for me, because I was able to kind of like, well, if you work with artists, if you're a creative person, if you're a people person like me, and for 3 years you're sitting isolated in your studio by yourself, that's extremely fucking weird. And it was like really, really, I was getting, I don't know, I wasn't feeling that great. And the ability to talk with a lot of people and to interact with them, even if it was just text, but I was talking, was actually really, really nice for me. So I was really looking forward to streaming every day and to sharing the new music with everybody, and to hearing what the people would have to say to these demos. You know, a lot of them were really bad, and people are like, "Oh my fucking god, this song is so bad," you know. But on the other hand, I discovered some people that we signed.
Yeah.
Fucking on that show. Cygnus was on that show. I'm pretty sure that, no, Karma's T was not on the show, but Cygnus definitely was on the show. CIG definitely was on the show. Kalek was on the show. So there is at least 10 artists that are now signed Count Zero record artists, and they're not like bad or anything. They're actually our good staple artists now that we discovered live on the show, that people got to watch and people got to say, you know, I like this dude. And you know, I can remember.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot.
Yeah, I'm just like waving and kissing Lisa, sending kiss on Lisa.
We're not going away, Lisa. We're just gonna be available on other channels, but we're still gonna kind of like do what we do, maybe in a little bit different form. But what I wanted to say, oh, by the way, Lisa and Sybil and everybody on Reddit who supported us, I want to thank you all. You were wonderful. It was great. I know you're all doing that in your private time and nobody's paying you for it. So everybody who works as a community manager, as a mod, in anything that is social has my respect.
Yeah, the fact is, I'm sorry I forgot to mention this. I wouldn't be here also without help of the great mods on RPAN, like Lisa, like Sybil, like When It Rains, because without those girls, I'm not sure that I would be able to continue my work or streaming. So thank you, girls. You did a great job and you helped me a lot. And I would be, I think that only I'm most grateful to you, because I developed as a streamer on Reddit, and because of you, because of your help, I managed to continue streaming on the other platforms. So thank you so much. I'm like I didn't mention this on my stream, so I'm like using your stream to like say my thanks.
Yeah, so let's say, yeah, Sybil says, we love you, miss you. Sybil says she loves you the most. What's wrong? I love you the most. That is, see, and this is the positive stuff. I mean, I have to say, when I started my show, I did have a lot of people who were like saying bad things about me. Like, you're so fat, you're so stupid, what are you doing here? And for the first time in my life, I was not necessarily faced with bullying. I was faced with bullying a lot because I'm a lifelong manager, and bullying is part of every social interaction that people have in companies. But it was really interesting to me to see people just come on a stream, say a bunch of negative things, and then, you know, go ahead, you know. But I have to say I was fortunate because I'm a very resilient character, so I don't really care so much. But for Meg in the beginning, it was actually not so nice sometimes, because they were heckling her, you know, and saying, you're fat, you're stupid, and stuff, you know?
I'm old. Oh, I'm old.
Yeah.
Why I'm like old? Where are the boobies? You know, feet. Oh, my sweet Jesus Lord. Yeah. That was like a really,
That is insane. Yeah. And so I can remember, and I want to share this with you, because a lot of people think that the show that I do, Record Label Boss or something, is like fake, and I mean, oh my God, in the beginning I got so many people saying to me, you're fake, you're not really the head of a label, you're not really picking artists, you're not really doing this, and they just wouldn't believe me, and I just don't know why. Why would you do this to yourself, that you listen to 100, let's say, average songs every day, and then you do it publicly? It's not like it's something, you know, I mean, you're literally not flexing a Ferrari. You're sitting in an office listening to music that nobody likes for the most part, you know. But I wanted to say one time, and I can't remember who it was, but I was listening, and all of a sudden everybody that was watching was like typing flames, was saying, this is awesome, this is great, and whatnot. And the chat was just like exploding with positive feedback. And I don't know who it was, but we later signed that artist. And it showed me that there's actually value in doing things like that publicly, because artists that did good with our audience on the stream, etc., were then also artists that had an audience, you know. It's sometimes not necessarily what I think is good, or what I would sign. And this is where the people on the stream actually gave me value, you know, because they were like like a focus group audience, you know. All of a sudden I have this built-in focus group audience that is listening to everything with me, and when they hear something that they like, they're like typing, and they're like, oh yeah, that's really good, I love this song, who is that, you know. Many times they would just be like, you know, chilling and not saying much, etc. But when people saw something that they did like, they always made sure to say it. And this is how we looked for, found, signed, made albums, made music videos together with RPAN. And I don't know any other format or any other place where you can do that, where things actually happen. 80s Geek says RPAN was a special thing, I miss it so much. Yeah,
I think that RPAN was like a pioneer for lots of later upcoming social media sites that went into live mode of sharing content. And it's kind of like, it's sad. It's like a really sad. I'm not sure what's the reasoning because to shutting it down, but you know, the fact is that RPAN changed my life like 100%, you know, because when he said his story and when he actually settled in the RPAN personality, and he had like a person home who was sitting in the bed depressed, crying days, he said, you need to get up, you need to move. And I'm like, what the F you want me to do? Like, we're in the middle of the pandemic. Like, I literally cannot do makeup on other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, but do it on yourself. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? He was like, he was yelling at me. He was like,
yeah. We were actually fighting because I really wanted her to start streaming, and she really didn't want it for a very long time.
I was like, I was in the bad place. People, I was in a bad place, you know, when you're in the bad place. So yeah, that was like, and then I start streaming, and then, you know, everything kind of.
When it rains, it pours is here,
oh
and Serbia is here.
Yes, yes.
Thanks to everybody. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, so when I then had developed the stuff, then I tried to get her to stream, and in the beginning it was difficult for me because she was, I don't know, I think once she started, it was easy for her. She's like a natural outgoing personality, but just to say, you know, get on the stream and do it was a little bit of a problem. And then she kind of like took it from there. And then there came a time when I was the most proud of Meg, was when she had more weekly viewers than I had, you know, which was a certain time when she was very peak popular on RPAN. And I was like, oh my God, I created a monster.
Nah.
No, I was happy both on a personal level and on a professional level, because you always want your artists and you always want your creatives to be successful, you know. I was always thinking to myself, here I am, the fucking president of the label. I should be the only one that's not visible public. Why is it me, you know? Why is it me? I should be the one, you know, organizing stuff and doing things in the background, and here I am doing streaming and people are watching me, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I get why you're watching makeup streams and you're watching, you know.
I'm crying, Jesus.
What?
I'm crying. Now I'm like, it's freaking hitting me. People, I'm just gonna freaking cry. You know, I cannot believe that RPAN is closed. I'm just like,
oh yeah, I want to say something about that. I think it's a huge.
I don't know.
I think it's a huge mistake to do that. I think RPAN had a niche, and I'm gonna say what I think about it. If you look at Twitch, you're looking at young boys playing computer games and watching titties. If you're looking at YouTube, everything is there. If you're looking at Facebook, it's 50-year-old white male truckers talking about conspiracy theories. If you're talking about Instagram, you're talking about 25 plus self-inflated ego influencers. If you're talking about TikTok, you're talking about 12-year-old boys wanting to see 16-year-old girls dancing. And Reddit had a seriousness to it, had a population, a group of people that were interested in other stuff that was a little bit more about learning, that was a little bit more serious. I met a bunch of streamers on Reddit. Some of them are big now, some of them are still not big, it doesn't matter. One guy, Sharon Tate, was growing weed, and you could talk with him about growing weed and he would just really know everything about growing weed. He's a professional weed grower. And then there's people that played music, there's people that did all kinds of stuff, and you could watch them and it was interesting. It was the place where streaming was interesting, as opposed to a place where streaming was yellow press, which is everywhere else. And so this place is now going away. And on Twitch, we have never done well. Most of the people that follow us on Twitch came from RPAN and other places. They're not coming from Twitch. We're not playing any video game, and I'm not showing my titties, and I'm not sure anybody wants to see my titties.
I'm not gonna ever show my titties.
Yeah, so Beth, I've seen...
I know people ask me, and I'm not, I'm not.
Sharon Tate called out by name. Yeah. Look, there's a bunch of people that that I talked to from that time. Do you think there will be a new platform appear to step into RPAN shoes? Lottie, I am extremely sad to say that at the moment I'm not seeing it. Because we have just been granted access to TikTok Studio, so we can now stream professional streams to TikTok. So thanks TikTok for that. But the public there, the people that are watching, are just completely different people. That's the audience that was there on Reddit. It just I wouldn't know where to find that audience again with a streaming service. They'll still be there on the subreddits, and I'll still be there on the subreddits. But I don't know how to get to these people now. I don't know.
Yeah.
And why are they closing it? Why the fuck would you do that? There's no... Put some fucking ads on the stream. Give 50% to the streamers and keep 50% to yourself, Reddit. Put in some ads. Pick the advertisers. Pick the advertise Wikipedia, advertise learning apps, advertise positive things, We need a place where streaming is more than cake in the face humor and naked people. And we currently don't have that. Everything is about trash. And it's great. Trash is great. People want entertainment, and I totally get that. And sometimes I want just entertainment too. I want to see a cake in the face and somebody shooting a gun. But
no,
not all the time. What?
No. Hi, Soft.
Huh? Soft is here. I've missed you guys so much. Where have you been? I have been streaming. I have been streaming regularly on my stream Max Beauty, but he's like, And 404 says, unfortunately, it's not necessarily about the money. I knew that. I don't think that Reddit would make a decision like that based on money. I think they have some kind of other idea of what they want to do. I've seen that they added these talks now, which is kind of like Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's like Clubhouse. Oh my God, I was like, when the Clubhouse came, had its peak like 2 years ago, I was literally living Clubhouse. But then Twitter took as their spaces, and now you have these talks on the RPAN, and I'm like, no, it's gonna burn like a Clubhouse. I don't know.
And Soft says they fumbled the bag. It just kept going downhills for the past years. I loved peak COVID time RPAN. Yeah, I would have loved to have an opportunity to, I don't know. I was a manager for many years. I'm still a manager in the entertainment business. I feel like if they had a decent counseling in that regard, they might have made different decisions. With engagement rates dropping like shit on Facebook, Instagram, and other services, in big trouble, Reddit has the people, Reddit has the engagement, and they're not using it. So everybody else is essentially clamoring for what Reddit has, and Reddit is kind of like pissing it away. And it's really amazing. Look over there.
When it rains, it pours, says Meg at the first stream after the news. I feel many of us cried with that today. Seriously, I'm gonna fucking start crying again. So the Sibyl sent me a message, and I had that stream, and I was in shock. I don't even know how I survived that shock. Next day, I went to work. I was like, I was in shock, and people were asking me, they literally came and asked me, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I said, RPAN is shutting down. So these are the people who do not know fuck shit about Reddit and RPAN, and I'm like, oh, and they were like, they do not know anything, but they knew that I'm a streamer, and then RPAN is my like setting ground, you know, my like where I started, and they were like literally shocked with me, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, and I said, yeah, I'm not, they literally stay away, you know, they like let me breathe and accept the information. So I don't know. I said it to him. So what are we gonna do? I literally said, what are we gonna do? You know, where are we going from here? You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm like, you know, I'm that person. I'm like Mediterranean, Balkan. Like when I'm shocked, everything is seen on my face. So I cannot play poker or shit like that because, you know, I'm so expressive. So I'm like, what? Where to go from here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it rains, it's that we will move forward with the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just want to advertise a little bit because the community might be a little bit separated. I encourage you to check out our Discord server. It's at countzerorecords.com/Discord. If you go there, it'll give you an invite. And if you stay on our Discord server, you'll always know where we're streaming. With channels dropping like flies, and I don't know what Amazon is going to do with Twitch, and I don't know what Meta is going to do with Instagram. I just really don't know, but I know that our website, Meg has a website, it's megsbeauty.com. Record Label Boss has a website, it's recordlabelboss.com, and we have the Count Zero Records website. So if you're ever wondering where the fuck are you guys, then just go on the websites. There's usually links to the resources that we have. Lottie says something. I know you know them before, but could live video podcasts perhaps help plug the gap RPAN is leaving?
Can't say I really know
anything about the stereotypical podcast. So many people have asked me to do podcasts, and the reason, and I'm ashamed to say, the reason why I'm not doing podcasting is because I don't have the time to do it. I think, as some of you might know, I have a whole lot of work, and I don't know, I just haven't gotten into it. It's always been on the back burner, but maybe it's something I should get into it. It's gonna be another IT project for us to do. I don't know, Lottie's probably right that we should probably do podcasts because we have some kind of like speech content. I mean, for Meg it's a little bit different. You have the makeup. It's important that people can see that, you know.
Yeah, for me it's not, but maybe for you it's
but maybe for me. And Soft says, I generated so much money for Reddit through my streams on there. I could have at least been transparent through it all. That is actually a good point, because a lot of people were giving us these rewards and we were happy about it, but we never really knew what to do with these rewards, because you got them and you're happy because somebody obviously appreciates what you do, and then you have it, and then they're like, now you have Reddit Premium for 4,000 years. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? You know? I don't know. Yeah, Soft is saying the same thing. I got so many premium that I read it until 28. He's literally saying the same thing that I was just talking. Can you not just podcast as you Twitch, YouTube, whatever?
I'm just sending kisses to it for now. Mom, bye.
I'm going to look into the podcastification of what we do and look into that if that is maybe the case, you know. But what I also wanted to say was that during these times, and it was actually 3 years, I think. Was it 3 years? Yeah, it was 3 years. Yeah. During these 3 years, we as the label, I as a person, Meg, the streams, everything kind of like developed. And that was due in large part to RPAN and due to the people that we met there. A lot of people that are now artists, fans, staffers, supporters, hang-arounders
them
are all from RPAN.
I think that like the worst part of this shit, I'm sorry I'm gonna say this, the worst part of this shit is because, you know, I basically met so many people on RPAN. So where I'm gonna see you now? You know, how I'm gonna get to you, how I'm gonna reach you, how are we gonna, you know, be in contact, you know, because it's like so messy. It's so messy because also how I perceived the RPAN is the people who are on the same mental, emotional, intellectual level as me, you know, because we are not talking only about the shitty, you know, I love makeup, I'm crazy about makeup, you know that, I have issues, but it's not only about the freaking makeup, it's about the overall discussion about what's going on in the world, culture, history, you know, cats, dogs, birds, you know, languages, everything, and how I'm gonna, you know, where I'm gonna find that kind of audience on the other platforms. That's what pissing me off. This is what I'm pissing me off. This is where I could like literally said, okay, I can chat with you because, you know, maybe I'm gonna, you know, maybe I'm reaching the people who are my, you know, emotional support system, because that's what RPAN was for me, emotional supporting system, when I literally like was splattered as a palachinka, like on the middle of the yeah. So this is like pissing me off because, you know, I'm streaming on the other platforms, and luckily, you know, people who came from Reddit on Twitch are like on the same, you know, we are kind of getting each other, and luckily I have those people who came and followed me on Twitch. But I do have views on the Instagram. I do have views, you know, and but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think what we are let's reword it. My professional opinion is that the people that we were able to connect with on Reddit and on RPAN are an audience that you have a very hard time finding as a streamer somewhere else. I think there is definitely a place in the market for a more serious streaming platform that is not all about gaming and all about dancing girls and cats. I mean, I love dancing girls, I love cats, I love gaming.
We love our cat.
When 99% of the content is just only that is a little bit shallow. I want to see people play weird instruments. I want to see people grow weed. I want to see people. There's a guy that was forging on RPAN, and he had his camera set up, and he was doing smithing work and blacksmithing work. You know, I think I think the world is about more than just the shallowest possible form of entertainment that there could be. James is asking what is a podcast? A podcast started essentially as an MP3 audio of the spoken voice of the host and the interviewee. That MP3 was then distributed through various means, and now it's even distributed through Spotify and Apple and others, so that you can download it like a song on a store, but it's actually an audio recording of an interview. It's distributed by the same mechanism as an interview. I forgot, Lottie, one of the reasons why I never made it as a podcast is because it's impossible to do record label boss as a podcast, because that would violate the copyright of the people that are sending the songs. It would never get to distribution, and if the podcast was listed anywhere in a official capacity, the Record Label Boss podcast would be blacklisted. And it's not possible to do that. If I and Meg do podcasts, then we need to, at the very best, not have any music behind it, or have the music from our own label behind it, only that, which means that I can't review other people's music, and then the kind of like the show is useless. So I could do like, you know, AViiO talks about the music industry. That'll be fine, you know. But it can't be with anything in the background. First time I see AViiO was in the white t-shirt and the white cap on.
Yeah, and that white cap is so smelly, it needs to be trashed.
Yes, I still have it. I still have it. Of course I have it.
I'm gonna trash it. That's like, nah.
I'm joking, you know, the podcast is okay.
Hi, Sharon Tate.
Hey, I just talked about you like 3 times, and now somebody called you, and they were like, he's talking about you. No, I said, you know, as an example of an interesting person to meet, that was something on RPAN. You met somebody who was growing weed, and it was interesting. You met a lot of cool people that did interesting stuff that you wouldn't find normally when you're going to the store, that you wouldn't find when you go to Twitch, that you wouldn't find when you go to YouTube. At least I couldn't.
Viva said Meg is still wearing that cat.
And Meg is still wearing
I'm gonna always wear that cat ears. I'm just trying to hide my grays. You know that I'm lazy to cover my grays. I just want to mention also, you know, that why I love and still love RPAN. So, you know, we are not young. We are good looking.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean we? What do you mean we?
Yeah. Okay.
We?
We are not like
You?
Wait. I'm freaking crying. I'm literally crying.
I love you too, Sharon.
So, you know, and it's like, it's so weird because, to be honest, we are kind of weird.
Well, I have decided I'm not weird.
Our kids are always like, you're weird.
Viva says his grays are on his beard. My grays are everywhere. I don't have a brown hair on my body. No, I do, but it's here. Oh, you can't.
Oh, please.
What?
Anyways, what I was saying, you know, because it's the RPAN is oh my God.
Soft thinks I'm 24. That's right.
So it's like accepting, you know, it's so accepting, so open to everyone, you know, without judgment, you know. You don't need to be plastic, young, build 6 things, you know. What
6 things?
Yeah, here, because you definitely don't have.
What?
So, you know, what? My face is definitely like, oh my God, the other day, 6 I have. The other day, oh my God, seriously. Yeah, anyways, I'm like, you know, it's an accepting community, and I don't think that we're gonna ever find that on the other platform.
Never say never.
I don't know.
I have grown up with the internet since the 80s, and I've been on so many platforms. I've seen the rise and fall of Yahoo, the rise and fall of MySpace, the rise and fall of, I don't know.
Who was on MySpace?
Alta Vista, and so many other things. So things will come. But at this point in time, if somebody were to come to me and say, hey, we're doing a venture capital round for a streaming service that's about interesting and more serious streaming, I could be persuaded to work there. I would think it is a good idea, because it's missing, because they're all moving towards, you know, various iterations of titty streaming. And if you know, I mean, the industry works, people make money in it, but it's not what I want to do, and it's not what everybody exclusively wants, you know. New project for AViiiO, create a new RPAN. Yeah. Yeah, right. Because I don't have enough to do.
I don't know, maybe, something to think about. You wake up in the middle of the night.
Yes, I will wake up. No, you need a good amount of infrastructure for that, and then you need the users to understand that they can do that. So that would be something that you can only do if you have very decent funding. Meg, you're 26 years old. What are you doing with a man who grew up with the internet in the 80s?
Yeah. Well, oh my God.
What? Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's the point. And that's the point. And that's the point that all the streamers here had from Munch, who is doing kind of like this charismatic music and whatnot stream, Sharon doing his 420 stuff, I'm doing my music stuff, and then there's damn it, what's his name, other guy, shit, I forgot, a bunch of guys that are doing things that people generally appreciate on RPAN that wouldn't get the time of day on a different streaming service because they don't fit there, people talking about mental health, people talking about cooking something, people talking about, I don't know, just various things that people would find interesting. I think it's very sad that this is going away. So yeah, in terms of looking for something new, I don't think we have necessarily found anything where we say, okay, this is going to be the new things, we're gonna do TikTok, but I don't think we're gonna be that successful on TikTok because we just don't fit the metric for what content is successful on TikTok. TikTok is a big service, but it's not the place where people go to learn or to have this kind of like entertainment, education, edutainment, which is what kind of like I do. Get shirtless, Abby. Yeah. It's gonna happen on the next stream on RPAN on the 16th. And Sybil says, I met my best friend on RPAN. She did one stream in her whole RPAN career and I happened to be there that day. Yeah, I had people that told me personally, and I'm not gonna name any names, that I changed their life, that I made them happy in a sad situation, that I gave them hope when they didn't have any. And I said, really, you got that all from me reviewing demos? And people said, yeah, and it's because of your personality. You're, I don't know, honest and truthful, and I don't know. So people, I don't know, it made me realize that I am more than I sometimes think I am. I kind of like get caught up with this thing to where everything is about business and everything is about working and everything is about getting ahead, and I kind of like... James says, I like your shorts. Yeah, of course I make the most horrible shorts that people hate on and stuff, because I just can't keep my mouth shut. I always have to criticize somebody who is exploiting somebody else, I am, it's crazy.
And Zilla said that she talked with her best friend for hours on stream. That was a year ago. We text every day and get the game together, and she's someone I can tell everything to. I think for me it was like vice versa. I think that it's not that I change someone's life, it's that Redditor and RPANers change my life.
Yeah, it's both.
It's like, it's from the position where I was kind of totally lost my self-esteem, and I was really down. Like the people who were watching me and supporting me and being with me on the stream and chatting with me, like Sybil, like Lisa, like When It Rains, and numerous others, because I'm most likely Haggis, Cash me on the couch, I'm gonna forget someone. like they were kind of like keeping me up from, you know, day and day and day and day, you know, just like, you know, stay sane in the times when I was not really sane, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, soft went to watch the shorts. Yeah, I'm trying. we're trying with shorts. I'm trying with informational shorts. Meg is doing some makeup shorts, you know.
I'm like really bad in today we were like talking how bad we are in shorts in this positioning that I'm not understanding anything about how to make them, and I'm like watching tutorials and I'm like, this is not for me. I just want to sit in front of the camera live and talk with people. I cannot create shorts.
Yeah, it's a different type of content, and the shorts where I talk about musicians' income, I actually planned them, and I planned what to say. This way you can have some information in a 3-second clip, and that all is great, but the content industry seems to think that we now need to do like stem cell content. We need to do things to where in the first 3 seconds something happens that people stay on the app, and this is the only way to keep the attention of people.
Yeah, like
and it's becoming more and more shallow. You know, it's like, you know, let's show the most outrageous content. Because it keeps people engaged with the app and they don't want to look away. And I don't know, that also leads to polarization in the world, by the way, because the content that people, you know, just can't get away from is when they're also very upset about something, and this is what we've seen on Facebook and others, and this is what also contributes to a divided world. Very, very sad, you know. Essentially the algorithm says, you know, if you're a racist, hey, here's some KKK content, you know, fuck all the black people, let's kill all the Jews, here, take that. And they're like, what? Yeah, I really want to hear that. It tells everybody what they want to hear, and it skips the fact that the reality is the reality, and things that you might not necessarily want to hear are still true. So I don't know where we're going, but this is why RPAN was always interesting, because you could say some truths and people would listen to you and they would consider it. Many times I said things that offended people. Many times I said things that people didn't want to hear. But that's just me, you know. But on Reddit, I could at least say it. On other platforms, people just don't even want to hear that stuff. They'll just skip away. They'll not even think about it, you know. So in terms of us, we developed from behind the scenes people to in front of the scenes people in these 3 years, and I think that Meg is doing a great job now, and she has lots of followers, and she's very happy with the streaming. She's always like, yeah, I need to do streaming, it's so nice and stuff, you know, and I'm very happy for that, because it makes her happy, and she makes good content, and that's great, you know. And for me, I don't know how I'm going to progress. Record Label Boss is a very interesting show, but the copyright problem is really a problem. I can use none of these shows anywhere. I have like 1 million copyright strikes on everything, because of course to get through the permission for reviewing 60 songs on a show, you'd have to essentially write an email to YouTube for every song that you play on there and dispute the copyright claim, and then do the same thing to TikTok, do the same thing to Facebook. So you would have to write upwards of 200 emails for every episode of Record Label Boss to various content companies and tell them that you actually have the permission to review the song live on the show. That is just not feasible. It's in this space where copyright is completely handled automatically by technical systems, that just doesn't work. So maybe something else, I don't know. But I have to say that we as a label and as a community developed a lot. We now have a Discord server with almost 4,000 people on it. That was crazy. And so many things happened. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about Count Zero Records too, because the people contributed to that. So when I started this label, which is now no longer a label, it's all kinds of things. In 2018, we started with one artist in 2,000 plays, and then we said we're gonna go to 10 artists in 20,000 plays, and we did that. And then we said we're gonna go to 200,000 plays, and we did that. Then we said we're gonna go to 2 million plays, and we did that. And this year we're gonna hit about 6 million, 7 million credited plays. It's a little bit different than actual plays. Credited plays are actually more than plays, because some plays are not credited. You know, credited means you get paid for it.
Yeah.
A play is something kind of like abstract, and then in the background of and in the billing system you see the credited plays, and that's really what it comes down for us. But it does not mean that one credited play is the same amount of money. It doesn't matter. But anyway. I started a record company from a bedroom, and it now operates in 5 countries, has 50 artists, but only because I don't want to take any more, has 30,000 people applying every year, over 300 songs, operating on 17 media channels, has over 2 million followers, 6 to 10 million plays every year, depending how you count it. And I did that from my fucking bedroom. And part of it, a big part of it, was Reddit. Because there I found fans, I found supporters, I found people who were willing to put in some work for the label, who were willing to support us, to help us to do something. We found artists, we found all kinds of people that would be willing to engage with us, to help us, fulfill my vision of what I thought or think this thing is and can still become. And that has been an incredible journey, and part of it is due to Reddit and to RPAN and the people on it. I think a lot of people don't understand how much they have contributed to my personal mental health and well-being by being part of making that successful. Started in 2018, look how far we've come. Yeah. Sometimes I look back and I think, wow, it's insane. But then I think, yeah, you kind of like did work in management for 25 years before that. It didn't come from nothing, Money was invested, work was done. I put in 4 years of like working 14 hours every single day from Monday to Sunday.
And that room is still not in use. You still monopolize that room. Seriously.
The studio. She's talking about the studio.
When he said,
I started in my bedroom.
Yeah.
But then we took one room of the house and turned it into a studio. I put a recording booth in there. There's a mixing console in there now. So we now have the audio studio upstairs and we have the video studio downstairs here. So we actually have like a content house. It's a fucking content house. If you come to us, you have everything you need in order to make any kind of content, to do live streaming. We have film cameras, a Blackmagic camera, a Canon, all kinds of equipment that we gathered over the years in order to make content and to help our artists make content.
Can we see the Ringo?
Yeah, where is he?
Okay, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Yeah, bring him.
Oh my God.
You're not wired anyway.
Yeah. Oh, wait. A chat.
So that is crazy. It doesn't mean, by the way, that we're making a lot of money, because we're not. But it does mean that I'm very happy with the success.
Okay, people want to see.
Okay, people want to see the cat. Prioritize the cat. Put it in the middle of the camera. Priorité le chat. And he's not happy.
You need to look at the camera here. He's
like a super anti-talent for broadcasting.
beside when he wants to be. When he wants to be, then he sits in front of the camera and looks in the camera like, okay, now you want, oh, not, hey, now he's filming. Can you see him? No.
No, he's very, very much not into it. Letting go. The cameras would be here. You want? He looking like.
This is an angry cat.
This is his pissed off face. This is the I am going to shit in your bed.
No, this is like, this is like, oh my God, well, now look at me, I'm full of
Now he's like, now he's not happy.
No, he's here, he's here.
He has a lot of personality.
He has lots of
personality.
Personality disorder, maybe.
Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to say, if you are ever interested in seeing the early RPAN streams, I'm uploading them to the Record Label Boss YouTube channel. And you can see like the first stream I've ever...
Oh, you need to go and watch that. That's like, wow.
Ever recorded, you know, because in the beginning I didn't record it and I wasn't like downloading it. I don't know, something, you know. And so as soon as I started recording, because I was working with OBS, yeah, I started working with OBS. Because in the beginning I was just clicking go on the phone, you know. As soon as I had the records, etc., then some very, very early shows, or even some shows that I maybe downloaded from Reddit, I'm not sure. I'm making a conscious effort to preserve the history of Record Label Boss in the eternal halls of YouTube, and to make sure that the entire first, second, and third season of Record Label Boss and the show that would later become Record Label Boss. And I got so much hate for that name. You're not a Record Label Boss, you're a faker, don't believe him, he's lying, you're an asshole. Man, if I could pick any name, I would literally pick any other name other than Record Label Boss.
With the Record Label Boss.
Because that's what it was. I thought it was very, I don't know, simple. It was easy to understand, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You know, he was like streaming at the 4 a.m. in the middle of the night, you know, because that's his time. And you know, and then...
No, so YouTube yeah. Record Label Boss. And if you want to see the videos from the artists, and we're making better and better videos, I'm very happy about it. But go to the Count Zero Records YouTube, and we have cool videos from the artists there, and some of them we found while doing the show on RPAN. Very interesting. Skilled.
Hi, Skilled.
Skid up. Was geht ab, Alter? Yeah, also a good friend of us. So it was a very long and very interesting journey that connects us with Reddit and with RPAN. I am staying on Reddit. And again, another thing has happened for me on Reddit. Somebody was posting somewhere in a forum, how can I become a intern in a record label? And I said, you sent me a DM, you know? And I go like, oh my God, you're blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, you're like doing like it's such a thing. And then other people were interested too, and so I posted a post in the music industry forum about that we're actually looking for A&R interns, and we were looking for social media management interns. And I think like 40 people applied in like 2 days. So we now have like a whole... Now I had so many people that want to be interns in our company that I had to make a whole process, a video, a form, etc., and automate everything, because I can't possibly talk to and like manually do all these things now. So I don't know, sometimes it's just magic. It's like the ability to connect with people that want to do something with you, that are interested in you, and I never had that anywhere else. What is it? Aha!
It's a petting cat.
Okay, the cat's here. Yeah, and I never had that anywhere else. If I post something on Twitch, it's mostly the people that come from other places. If I post something on Instagram, nobody looks at it. If I post something on Facebook, people will be like, COVID is a lie, bring Trump back, you know. I'm like, oh my God, please go away. When I post something on TikTok, it's like, you're not a dancing girl, you know. So
you don't do the transition. Like, because it's like, everything is in transitions, which obviously we are failing.
no, Skeld is asking, no stream of Meg anymore, only on RPAN. RPAN is closing today, and so we are saying goodbye to RPAN because Reddit has decided to close the Reddit streaming service. For reasons that nobody really knows, but it's normal in tech industry. People, I mean, if you have been looking at what's happening with FTX and crypto, and you have been following the tech industry, things like this happen all the time, and people don't necessarily.
Skeld, I'm continuing to stream. I'm going to continue to stream on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah,
we will see where we're gonna be, and where we're gonna find a good home for our content. Yeah. So, so this happened also on Reddit. It's still a place where you can meet a lot of decent people, and partially because of Reddit, I started with a new service. It's called demosubmission.com, and it's a place where musicians can submit their demos, can create an artistic profile and get in touch with curators, record labels, etc. And that platform has been steadily growing over the last, I don't know, a year or two when I was developing it, and people were helping me develop it. And we're rolling it out now in production. It has all the features that I wanted to have. So a whole lot of, like, I don't know, side businesses or ideas. I'm also very happy to announce that today our streaming app is going live. It's actually already live. So if you want to listen to all of Count Zero Records music for free, you can go to the Apple Store or to the Android Store and type in there Count Zero Records. You can download the app and then you can listen to all the music for free. Just click the album, play the song, and that's it. We ask you to support the artists. There will be some kind of a monthly subscription that you can pay to donate and help out the artists and us to keep doing what we're doing. But in general, the music is free. So because I was pissed off at Spotify, they're giving away our music. What the fuck? I'm gonna give away my own music for free. I'm now giving away all the music for free. Download the app, you can play it. It's really cool. No, if you have a barbecue, download the fucking app, plug up the speakers, and you can play our music, and it's free. You don't have to pay any subscription or anything like that. You can play, I don't know, mine and CI's and Dr. Scandy's EDM if you like it. We have CI and some other people doing rap hip hop. We have singer-songwriter, a bunch of people that are doing that, like Matt Reed. Big country blues cluster with Kenny and others. So it's something in there for everybody. Viking rock with Cygnus. Yeah. You know, and it's all music made by people that, and it's a circle, you know. It's music made by people that were discovered on a show on RPAN, and now people that are fans of the show on RPAN download the app and play the music that they helped discover. I mean, that is just yeah, I think it's Super Dodger says, how can RPAN go down? Why would they do this? I don't know why they would do it. Quite honestly, I don't think it's a good decision, but they will have good reasons. But as I said, in the tech industry, people tend to do stuff with no
Yeah, Dodgers, Avi and I are sitting here to discussing what's happening with the RPAN, where we are going from here, and can even save your streams properly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think today is the last day when you can stream, and I think by tomorrow it will all have been
Yeah, and I
go
think
away.
till mid of December, people will be able to download their streams.
Yeah, Superman Dodgers, we have two very helpful moderators in here, Sybil and 404 Ninja.
So
I'm not sure if they can help you, but you can reach out to a mod, especially when if your friend died and you want to download his streams. If that is really the case, then you should definitely reach out to a mod, and you should definitely reach out to Reddit, so you can get that. Yeah, there's also Sybil has a good point here. There's browser extensions that allow you to download any kind of video. And that also works. Then that's what I would do. I know that I have a browser extension for Firefox, I think, that can download any video that's embedded on any website anywhere. I don't even know what it's called, you know, but you could check that out. Reddit should just have downloaded with it. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, I got distracted now. What was I saying?
I don't know. About the app that, you know, the people can, you know, download the app, so, you know.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And I figured I was going to release the app for Christmas, because that's what it kind of like is at the moment. So that for this Christmas, everybody who supported the label and us and me, and meanwhile it's more than a label, the, I don't know, media group, what the fuck ever, our artist-run, artist-owned collective.
No, I'm artist on the label.
Yeah, everybody's a artist.
Oh, I'm not singing, and you better not hear me singing.
I'm not singing.
So that's that. So it's like a media group now, isn't it, Oda?
Yeah, since we're doing distribution, publishing, we got into books, we got into streaming, we got into this whole thing with the demo reviewing, where Lottie was working with me and helping me, and with the demosubmission.com and all kinds of other stuff, to where we do everything now along the entire value chain of content. So we're kind of like a, I don't know, content company. I'm still looking a little bit for a name here, but we do everything from training artists on how to be successful, down to distributing and self-publishing. We got ISRC codes. We're now our own publisher. We're essentially a fully integrated music company, music and content company now, that can create, distribute, market, and deliver its content. And it's actually a lot of individual parts that have to come together in order for that to work. It's
And Superman Dodgers is asking, are you thinking about going on Twitch? We are on Twitch.
We are on Twitch. We're both on Twitch. Her channel is Max Beauty. My channel is Record Label Boss. And then of course we have the Count Zero Records channel. But Twitch is a place where you have no discovery, which means if you're streaming on Twitch, and I did that for 3 years, nobody from Twitch will join your channel. You have to like manually bring the people to Twitch and say, hey, follow my channel, and then the people that you brought will follow you on Twitch. But from Twitch, nobody will follow you. And we have a lot of data saying that because it's extremely difficult nowadays on Twitch to grow, because Twitch showcases artists based on ad revenue. So the artists with the most ad revenue are the highest on any listing, and then it goes down, which means that they're essentially showing the biggest Twitch streamers on the very top always, even when they're not active, and then it goes down from there, which means that you as a small or mid-sized person, you have absolutely no way of growing on Twitch. And this is a little bit the problem, and this is why it's not really a platform that is of any kind of use for any actual content creator.
I'm trying. I'm really trying with the Twitch, but the only new followers and new subscribers I'm getting on the Twitch are people who actually I've met on Reddit and RPAN. So my viewers on Twitch came from RPAN. It's really, for me, it's like the Twitch is really taxing platforms. I'm really trying, but it's like it's going really hard. Where I can actually see some growth is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm noticing some growth, but on Twitch, and I'm like on YouTube just recently, literally recently. On Twitch, I'm like a year and a half or two.
Yep.
And it's like nothing, you know, it's really nothing. I would like to make more impact on Twitch, but it's really hard.
We are currently streaming on TikTok as well. We got access on TikTok Studio for Count Zero Records, that's our channel. And Meg has her TikTok channel, but she doesn't have enough followers to stream yet. She just recently started on TikTok.
I'm like, first of all, you know, I'm not 20, you know, I'm not showing titties. And I'm obviously bad in transitioning. You know?
Superman is asking what your name is on TikTok. It's Meg's Beauty, yeah?
Meg's Beauty,
yeah. So if you want to leave Meg a follow on TikTok so that she can stream, because I think by 1,000 followers, I think
I'm far away from the followers. Definitely. And you know, TikTok is like sim related, isn't it? So even when I'm posting something, it's literally showing to my
this is something a lot of people aren't aware of, and it's actually a huge problem for European content creators on TikTok, is that TikTok is sim based, which means it will take the phone card of your phone and then say you're in that region, and then show your content to people from that region. So I have an Austrian phone, and if I post something on that phone, then it will be shown to Austrians. And we have Croatian phones. If we post from there, it will be shown to Croatians. And this is not a problem for Americans, because if you have an American phone, every American sees your content. But for us, when we post something, it does not go to the US region.
It doesn't even reach outside the border of our, you know, of where we posting, and our content is like niche specialized, and we are like, you know, talking English and doing like niche thing that might reach its public in bigger countries. But as we are passing from Austria, I'm not even
Austria is a small country, Croatia is a small country, and we're essentially region locked into two small countries. So for us, it's actually difficult. What we are going to have to do is to get an American SIM card or something like that to make a difference. That's what people are doing. They buy an American SIM card and then activate it here and then start it, but then they can still track that you're not in the States, you're actually in Europe. And TikTok is very big on region locking. You probably know that from the Ukraine-Russia war. And they're region locking a lot of content, so unless you're creating content inside of the US, it's very difficult for you to get somewhere. And that region locking is actually expanding. In the beginning, it wasn't so prevalent. It's getting more now, and it's becoming more of a problem for everybody.
No,
and Sybil says she has a few TikToks where the top 5 viewing countries are in the Middle East. Yeah.
No, mine are Austria, Slovenia, and Hungary. It's like, I'm like stuck. I'm literally stuck. I cannot go anywhere.
It depends, and then it's the same for streaming. For example, today we went live on TikTok when she was doing her unboxing. with a Croatian phone, and you could see all of the Balkans people coming online because it was showing the feed in the Balkans, you know. And
I didn't see any. There were really all the Balkans, so we're like on it, like, because I didn't actually follow.
Yeah. No, but we're definitely gonna check out TikTok. We're definitely gonna work on it. We're gonna see how it is. I have to say, it's a channel that we didn't intensively work on. Actually, we didn't work on it pretty much at all professionally, because I very early on concluded that if you want to be big on TikTok, you need to upload 3 times a day, and that is just not something that our type of content lends itself to, or that we have the people for.
We don't literally have time. We will like work like full-time jobs, like 10-12 hours a day, you know, then come home, you like do the lunch, clean the house, you know what I mean? It's like everything in our life is full set. So to be a full-time TikTok content creator, and you know, to do these transitions, today I was like, seriously, today I was like on TikTok scrolling, and the woman actually explained how she's doing that transition. Swear to God, it's a process that lasts an hour. And I'm like, I don't have that hour, I need to do laundry. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have the hour I'm having in between my job and family and everything is like, I don't know.
Superman is gone. Yeah, Ringo is a thing. So yeah, we're gonna look into the TikTok stuff. We're gonna, you know, try to make her 1,000. But we have some artists that are also working TikTok, and it's a bit difficult because the type of content that our people create, you know, the kind of people that kind of like they go. Are in the studio for 6 months and then come back with an album. That kind of content isn't really working on there, you know. And a lot of people that we work with like their privacy. They don't want to be out there every second of every day. They want to make music, and with making music, just making music, you cannot live anymore. It's just not possible anymore. Those times are over. If you're making music nowadays, you're just making music, you know. You're not making videos, you're not streaming, you're not doing videos, shorts, etc. It's impossible for you to get anywhere, you know. So yeah, but
it's a plan.
The app, the Discord server, there's many different things that we developed in these 3 years. And it's really good, and I think I read there where I think Sybil said again that the moderators didn't have anything to do with the RPAN itself. Of course, these decisions are usually taken on the CEO level. You know, I don't know how engaged. Founders of Reddit are in the decision making, but this is usually not something that they leave to guides. And also I wanted to say, because I was talking about this intern stuff, if you are somebody who wants to intern at a company, if you want to help out, if you want to be a moderator, a guide, an R intern, anything like that, you're welcome to join our Discord server and give it a try. Or if you have a kid that wants to, you know, try the music industry, we're open to that, and we are accepting applications for various positions that are even paid, which is fun for for the music industry, because so many people leave. The music industry has a very high churn rate, and people start and never finish and give up, both as artists and as people working in the industry. So people are always like, how is there something free? I'm like, yeah, because, you know, I know very few people that consistently review music because they just can't do it. So, you know, if you're interested in working with us, join the Discord server, and then you can, you know, find out people on Omegle and recording their reactions. Have you seen that Bortic guy who makes music and has gotten huge on TikTok by just posting videos of him playing music for random? Yeah, the people that got huge on TikTok, not Reddit. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that. But for example, I cannot make content that requires me to post 3 times a day. So for me, being a TikToker is essentially out of the question. I could hire somebody to do that, but then again, I don't want to be famous. I really don't want to have me as a brand out there at all. I just actually want to piss off and not be there, you know. So what we're thinking is to build like a content team of people that could like work content and post content, and other people who would make that content, and to kind of like do that. But I don't think that I am going to do, you know, a TikTok channel with dancing parrots and funny cats and things like that. It's just not what I want to do, and it's also not something I have time for. And Meg, I encourage her to do the makeup stuff. You know, we'll see how that goes. But I mean, it's telling that if that there's a platform and you have to post. Yeah, like,
I know that the cats videos are like literally, you know, like working. But I did post a couple of cats videos on my TikTok. Didn't like work at all.
In order to become famous, you have to post 2 cat videos.
Yeah, I did post 2 cat videos, and they're like not working. I posted my flowers, like, you know, and like everything. It's not working. I seriously think, because, you know, I'm stuck in the region. You know, I'm literally stuck in the region, and obviously because like every household in Austria is having cat, the cats are not interesting.
Yeah,
literally.
By the way, Sibyl, it's very interesting. We're always trying to encourage artists to create content, and it's actually very difficult. And let me tell you why. The reason why we have problems getting artists to create content that we can use on social media platforms like TikTok, etc., is because most artists 99.9% have to work in order to afford their life.
Yeah.
Which means that the people that are signed with us have day jobs, and then they make and create music in the time when they're not working. So they're working 9 hours every day, then they come home, then they do music for 5 or 6 hours, and then the day is literally over. So a lot of them don't actually have any kind of time to... Huh? Don't have any time to do extra content. They're actually really stressed, really in a bad headspace as they're rushing from one job to the next, so they can afford to make music. All the people are essentially working so they can afford to make music, and
or afford to buy makeup.
And the people that you see making this content are usually kids or people that are unemployed for some reason, because they either have a trust fund or they're a housewife or a houseman, but they're at home for some reason and they have lots and lots of time. That's essentially how Bella Poarch became famous. She got out of the Navy, and then she had lots of time. She hooked up with somebody to film her, and since she wasn't doing anything, and she had some money from the Navy, I assume, she was just filming content for a year. And if you cannot do that, if you cannot dedicate yourself to filming content for a year, then you're going to have a very hard time on these platforms. And if you're an artist that works 2 to 3 jobs, so they don't evict you, it's even more difficult.
Also, you know, in the TikTok community, it's all about some kind of drama. Something is going on, okay, and it's okay because you're reaching the community to resolve drama or to help someone. and this is not what we are doing. And especially because we are in a region like Austria and Croatia, we are basically, you know, nowhere where we can reach our, like, what we're gonna do if we reach the Austrian and Croatian, you know, public with our
It's not our market, really.
It's not our market, you know what I mean? So we are like, it's like we are really regionally locked, you know, and the only way I'm actually noticing that it's something is happening is, you know, in like, it's literally I'm posting the same content on TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is not doing anything for me, literally anything, while YouTube, you know, it's like more visibility, more reaction, more responses, more comment, you know, because I'm posting in shorts, in terms of shorts, and I'm like, why is this? I'm just gonna give you like numbers. So my content on TikTok has 200 views barely, while the same content on the YouTube can reach to 8,000 views.
Yeah, I recently posted a short on YouTube that now has like 150,000 views or something.
So you know what I'm like saying? So, and this is where we are at, that we are regionally blocked in for TikTok, and I don't see that any of the Austrian or YouTuber TikToker are successful outside the region they're in.
Most successful.
They're not. I don't even know.
Most successful Austrian and German YouTubers make German language content.
Yeah, and they're not doing that.
That caters to the people here, you know. And then of course you have the bigger international people. So it really depends which country that you're in and which region you're bundled up with. Shorts versus TikTok, yeah, because YouTube is currently promoting it, you know. But we're gonna get Meg to the 1K, and then she can stream there.
Yeah,
but
go follow me on TikTok. I yell. Sorry. Go follow me on TikTok, Meg's Beauty, so I can get that 1K views, so I can stream on the 1K followers, so I can do the live streams.
Yeah, and download the app so you can listen to the music, and join the Discord server so you can hang out with us.
CountZeroRecords.com/Discord.
Yeah. See, you know.
You need to like repeat it.
Yeah, it's okay. I think by now everybody has heard it like 40 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I want to personally thank all of you for being here with us through these 3 years that it was for me.
2 years for me.
Yeah, I think that with the big reach that Meg had the biggest reach that Meg had for a stream was 360,000 views on one of it. It's amazing. So if we say that we reached maybe 1 million people, but of course many were the same over the course of these 3 years, that's a lot of people to reach for two random people
who are not young.
What's always with that not young? We are not, as if anybody was interested in that.
Okay, because you know, it's like, you know, the first thing that I got the complaints. You're old. Go.
Yeah, but that's okay. People are always saying all kinds of stuff. But anyway, and that was amazing. I'm going to be staying on Reddit with on our subreddit. We have a subreddit there also called Count Zero Records. Very hard to find. And you can follow me and Meg on many different socials.
Sybil is the best. Love you, Meg, and Ringo, and
I'm third. I'm after the cat. Really? Are you serious?
Of course.
I'm behind the cat.
Did you see the fluffy cat?
I'm also fluffy.
I'm posting lots of pictures of Ringo on the Instagram in the shorts. You know, yeah.
And I'm see this is my life. I'm third behind the cat. Okay. And he literally doesn't say anything. He's just fluffy.
He's fluffy.
And he looks pissed off and he's like...
Yeah. But he's cute. Fluffy is soft and he talks a lot when he wants to talk. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, the following stuff. I don't know, you got me out of it. I was wanting to say something of profound impact. Not that I was fluffy. Glamour School will still be here, just without broadcast. You can post whatever you want
on the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
I never had a channel for my kind of stuff anyway. I mostly did it on distant socializing. He looks pissed off.
Oh, well, yes, it's a cat. Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna stay around.
You know what we should do?
No.
We should like somehow made an effort
To do what?
to like do this once a month or once in a while, you know, to sit two of us and talk.
Avi and Meg are talking random people.
Yeah.
Random stuff to random people.
Would you watch that? If, you know, we together showed up? Because, you know, I know that when we are doing our Eurovision Song Contest stream, they're like extremely successful.
Yes, because it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people like to watch that, you know?
Yeah, it's like so weird, you know, when we react to stuff, people like it, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, you know, we're gonna do the Eurovision Song Contest again, of course.
But when is that? In May, no?
In the May 2023.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be from Liverpool. Is it gonna be from Liverpool? Because it cannot be in Ukraine because, you know...
Sibyl, I'm always looking for the talks, but I can never find any. I was wanting to participate because, you know, I have a lot to say, but I can never find a talk that I can join. It's June says, hello, welcome to the Life Beautiful Souls. Hello.
Hello.
DS will have them.
Decent Socializing will have them, and Glamour School will have them. I don't know how I'm gonna do. You know,
okay.
I think that maybe decent socializing, but it's like talks.
Because I found only 2 talks. Every time I look, one is like 3 talks about crypto, and then 3 talks about some Indian guys. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about crypto and I don't want to talk about India because I'm not Indian. So
I'm not sure how will Glamour School actually work as a talks. I mean, I know how it worked in the Clubhouse, and I'm actually missing beauty chats on the Clubhouse. So yeah, I don't know how that will look at the Glamour School, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally would be willing to either participate in the talks or to host them if they are about the things that I can actually contribute to, which is economy, sociology, music industry, banking, finance, that kind of stuff, you know, entertainment industry, content, that kind of stuff. Anything with money, people, and content, kind of like. Because I don't like to moderate talks where I don't know what it is about. Because there's so many people in the internet space that are just talking out of their asses. It's so fucking annoying. And that was what Clubhouse in the beginning was actually really, really good because you had a lot of people that were experts and you could talk and everybody had something to say. And then it became this place where everybody wanted to have his 10 minutes on the stage. And even if they did absolutely not know what they were talking about, they took those 10 minutes and then the next person came. And then it became this extremely weird place where everybody just talks about stuff that they have no idea of, just to hear themselves talk. And then I was like, okay, I'm out of here. It's a fucking
like weird.
waste
And I'm
of
like
time.
trying to find something, you know, sometimes.
Please be sure to check the D-Live tells before streaming anything televised.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what televised is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's televised.
Anyways, I'm like,
Hey, I'm the head of a label, and I don't know what televised is.
be shown on a television.
Something that is shown on the television. I don't know.
It's like I'm like a linguistic. So I'm like, translate your words, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
On television, yeah, we never show anything that's on television, since we own the copyrights to all the stuff that we put out, and we actually own the licenses to the stuff that we don't own the copyright to, but that's sometimes unenforceable. So, but yeah, we're pretty good on copyright. We don't have a problem there.
No.
Oh, but he was talking about song contest. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the way that we do song contest, that's probably what he's talking about. And for you also, if you're interested, everybody, the way that we do song contest is that we only provide the commentary feed. So when you watch song contest with us, you will see the two of us commenting on what's currently going on in the live song contest feed. And then you're going to have to turn on your TV in order to see the old lady, to see the picture and to hear the songs. We are not streaming the song contest images, videos, and songs. We're only streaming our commentary feed. So you'll essentially see us in a setting like this one here, we're commenting and we're saying, oh, look, Sam from England is coming on now and he's singing his song and he did that really well, stuff like that, because the delay isn't so great. Anyway, and if you're watching the Eurovision feed, you're watching it at the same time that we're watching it. And of course, there's some kind of delay for the streaming, which is going to be a second or two or three or whatnot. But usually that's not a huge issue. But we could, with the song contest, you just cannot stream that. That's highly illegal to do that. And we thought about it and how to do it. So some of the people that would want to watch our song contest stream can't, because they're in a country where they don't have access to a live song contest feed, which is weird, but some countries don't have it.
Yeah.
And then I cannot...
How was this year with United States? Did at the end the United States manage to? I think that was James that he wanted to...
Yeah, but James is in England.
And who was it? Someone was in the United States who wanted to watch it, and
some channels
blocked on YouTube. Was it blocked on YouTube, Boda?
I can't remember. I can't remember, because here we have it on TV, we have it on national, on the website of the broadcaster, we have it in all different.
And there was also a Eurovision Song Contest.
I think YouTube was also delivering it, but region blocked. So if you were living inside of the Eurovision area, then you could see it on YouTube, and if you were outside, you could not see it. Yeah. So this is how we do it. So it will be the same next time. For the next song contest, you will have to manage the feed yourself. If you're in the song contest area, in the Eurovision area, then it's easy for you because you just turn on TV. And if you're outside, then it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah. I'm a D-Live Discord guardian. We help people on the platform. That's very nice. It's always good to have people that help others on the platform, because that's really important. for community building. And Lottie is saying Teddy wanted to watch it from the US but couldn't, and I couldn't watch it here either because I don't have a TV license. See, and this is the bullshit that's going on. Yeah, because in some countries you need to have the TV access that we have in Austria. I have to pay like
we have a national
yes, I have
subscription like on the national for the
yes,
national
I have
TV.
to pay about 40 euros every 2 months, so 20 euros every month, so that I can get Austrian TV, and I get a decoder card for it, and then you can watch it.
And it's the same in Croatia. Basically, you are paying monthly subscription for the national TV, which is around I think 10 euros. So yeah, so that's
And Galabanza says, AViiO, congrats on the last time on RPAN. Hey Galabanza, also one of my long-time viewers. We need another DJ stream wherever you'll be streaming next. Really? I only did the DJ stream for fun, you know.
I told him to do this because it makes him happy. Literally, it makes him happy.
Everybody does fucking DJ streams.
Yeah,
the
but
world
still
doesn't need another person doing DJ streams.
Sit there and stream. But where we're gonna stream now, there's no RPAN. There is no RPAN.
No, I am considering to do the next hardware project that I have. Because now that I'm done with the video studio and the audio studio, to be a little bit more into the DJ stuff, we'll see. I'm not sure, but I'm surprised that the DJ stream that I did once went so well.
And Lotta said Billy the Bull needs DJ stream.
Billy the Bull. Billy the Bull was also a very legendary stream.
And there's so many things to do, and why you're like, but you need to find time, you know.
For me, it's the time. It's absolutely the time. I would love to do Billy the Bull. I would love to do DJ stream. I would fucking do DJ streaming every day because, as you say, it makes me happy. I would do Billy the Bull 3 times a week because that is fucking hilarious. But the problem for me is that I don't have time. I am absolutely pressured and 100% committed, and I need to do many things that are outside the realm of content creation that I cannot stop. And that's just it. And this is why many of the fun things that I could do or would want to do are not happening.
Maybe after this stream you can just sit and see, you know, like once in a week, once in 2 weeks or something like that to make.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is every day the bullshit comes in. Every day it's this, it's that, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, we have to do this, we have to do that. It's just, it's a lot.
The problem is that I'm back, you know, and working, and I'm like basically doing weird shifts, and my shift is never at the same time, at the same day. It's like time to day by day change. I literally, the only way how I can make my schedule is like when I know that I have a hole in my work week. And this is why I'm posting on Instagram whenever I'm streaming that countdown, so the people are aware. I'm going to make an effort also to inform people on my YouTube channel, because finally have enough people that my posts are open, so I can inform them through the news posts, whatnot. But also, you know, yes, we should do this joint thing.
Yeah, just don't have the time. That's it. Lottie says 240 a year standard TV. Yeah, that's right. Really the bull. And Galabanza says you're good, man. Thank you very much. But for real, also enjoyed the transparent behind the scenes of the music business talk. Very much appreciated. Thanks for supporting Galabanza. And one day I'm gonna come and we can eat Italian food together. One day, you know, one day. No, I enjoy having transparent talks. I'm very passionate about it. I like also DJing, but as I said to Meg, many people want me to do many things, and you would be surprised how little time I have left for my sanity. And most of the time, all of the time that I have free, I sleep. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I don't do a lot of other stuff other than working. I mostly work and sleep, and I've been doing that for since 2018. So all the best. Thank you, June. Have a great time. Have a great time with us on DLive, and we're hoping that DLive is gonna grow and be a super cool streaming service. I've seen it grow. When we first started streaming on DLive, we've almost never found somebody, and now every stream we have a little bit of feedback from DLive. So that is very good, you know. I hope so. No, I wish you all the best. You know, every content platform is really important for us as creators, for us as labels, and we wish for the platforms. We just wish for the platforms to treat us fairly, and many of the platforms don't. There's a lot of platforms that don't pay artists, that treat artists like shit, and I just don't get why you would need to do that, you know. Today I was reading an article that TikTok is paying about 1/500th of the money that Spotify and Apple are paying, and they are already paying pennies. One of our artists' songs, Dr. Scandy, who died in 2020, one of his songs, Ocean Melody, was played 300,000 times or 500,000 times on TikTok, and we got 0.001 cents for it.
It's actually, this is hysterical lie. This is the hysterical I love, because, you know, I mean, like Dr. Scandy doesn't, you know, he doesn't deserve that, you know. He was an extremely talented artist, and I'm like, in his death, to become like famous outside the border of the Balkan Peninsula with his song, and then to not just be even recognized through this sense. Yeah, okay. It's
weird, but more and more creators are now understanding that the platforms are essentially have creators work for them and give them content for free. But as long as there's so many people that give content for free to the platforms, they don't need to pay, because there's enough people that give the content for free. Yeah, that's
yeah.
This is the reason why I'm working certain other things, because there's necessities and business that has to be done that is outside the realm of content. And this for me is the problem. But yeah, Billy the Bull, DJ streams, streams together with Meg, those are all really, really good ideas that people probably enjoy. And you know what I did different on my DJ streams is that I DJ'd only my music. Of course I had filler beats, I had filler songs, but I was leading from one AViiO song to the other AViiO song, and I don't think you see a lot of artists DJing their own music. Most of the people that you see streaming DJ streams, they're just, you know, DJing somebody else's music. So there's that, you know. All right, are you good?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna get out now. Technically everything worked today. That's because I'm sitting here. Every time I'm sitting here, nothing happens.
Only when I'm streaming, everything
and when Maggie's streaming, everything breaks.
A cat jumps on the computer, shut down, like everything, you know. It's like, yeah.
That's right. All right, guys. We are saying thank you, RPAN, for 3 years of having me. My name is AViiO, and every year we get 30,000 demos, and every year I do 6,000 of them. On this show, I don't even know the text anymore.
Thank you, RPAN, for me, for the last 2 years, for being like extremely supportive community. Thank you so much to beautiful mods that help me grow my channel, my personality, my presence on RPAN in the glamour school, especially to Sibyl, especially to When It Rains It Pours, and my girl Lisa. I'm really, really hoping that I'm gonna stay in touch with all of you somehow, anyhow.
Discord server.
Discord, Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
No, come on, the Discord server, because the Discord doesn't change, you know. I think we're gonna have that fucking Discord server for the next 200 years, because it's the place where people can gather when another channel goes bye-bye.
Yeah, because who knows what's gonna happen with the
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish this before I like break down in tears and ruin my makeup.
Yeah, it would improve the ratings though. You can now start crying.
No, please. I'm wearing mascara. It's gonna be like clutches, and I'm not wearing like the waterproof mascara. Do you want me like I'm already old, so I'm gonna be like red and wrinkled and.
All right, guys. We love you all, and we'll see you soon. We'll announce next streams on our Discord server. And we're nowadays always multi-streaming, so when we are on as many channels as we possibly can. Thank you for your continued support. Do download our apps so you can listen to the music of the artists that you helped find and that we signed on the show, and I think that's pretty amazing. Right, I love you all.
Bye.
I'm looking for the mail. Bye.
Bye.
Pensando en ti, solo en ti, yo siento, seré